Oh, hey, welcome everyone. My name is Ricardo Michel. I'm the Managing Director for FHI Partners, and I'm joined here today by Angela Baker, who's the Head of Corporate Social Responsibility for Qualcomm. So we're going to be talking today about some really cool work that we're partnering on in Senegal. It's a project that we're working in the fisheries sector. So I want Angela to tell us all about it. It's called the Wireless Solutions for Fisheries in Senegal. But not only that, we're here to tell you some really good news and get you involved. We've been nominated for the UN World Summit on the Information Society's prestigious prize. But in order to really get us over the hump, you've got to go and vote. There's going to be more information on how to do that later, but for now, Angela, let me turn to you and ask, tell us a little bit more about the WISE project, and more importantly, tell us why this was even needed.
Yeah, absolutely. So as Ricardo said, I run corporate responsibility at Qualcomm, and we look at how we can leverage the technology that we create globally for social and economic impact. And through our Qualcomm Wireless Reach program, we've been doing this program in Senegal with FHI 360 because there's a big need, right? There's 17% of the workforce in Senegal is made up of fishermen and fish processors. It's about 600,000 people. 90% of that is small scale or artisanal fisheries. And so we wanted to really work with those communities to figure out a solution to get them access to information, because they've been challenged by a lack of access to information or a lack of access to micro lending or things like that, right? So this app, the WISE app, allows fishermen and fish processors, it's free, it's open source, they can get access to health information, to market information, so they can increase their incomes, they can get access to micro lending, as I said, or GPS, so they can call the Coast Guard if they run into an issue when they're out on the water. And so we've been working on this for the last 5 years, and we really want to get technology into the hands of these fishermen and fish processors and get them the access to the information that they need.
No, that's great. That's great. Now, you mentioned we've been working at this for 5 years, and I know you've been there. Tell me a bit more about the impact that you've seen this had on the lives of the people in Senegal.
Absolutely. So, I was lucky enough to visit this program a few years ago. I spent some time with the fishermen and with the fish processors, which are predominantly women. And it was really amazing. We're out on the beach. There's all of these dried fish that have been processed that you can see. These women are remarkable. They're impeccably dressed and they're working. And they were talking about how they were using their phones, not only the app, but also figuring out best practices, going on YouTube and seeing other ways to access information about how they could process their fish better. I actually have a quote from one of the fish processors I met, a woman named Anta, and she says, "The WISE digital platform gave me access to affordable loans, up-to-date market information, fish processing best practices, and weather information that helps me plan my fish processing schedule. The use of WISE has doubled my annual income."
No, that's important.
And that's what we heard from these women, right? So they've been able to increase their capacity from processing 100 kilos of fish a month to 1,000 kilos of fish a month, which has resulted in a 35% increase in their income. I mean, it's huge.
No, that's great. And it's interesting, as I was looking at some of the work you were doing, I came across an interesting quote, actually from the president of the Fishermen's Association. So when we talk about the downstream impact, a gentleman by the name of Adama Saul, and what he said was, "The WISE digital platform is a major innovation for the development of fishing. It helps us navigate to fishing spots, helps us ensure the safety of fishermen while fishing through its SOS and danger zone alerts, and it helps us make informed decisions by providing access to market and other information. WISE is helping us to improve our income." So, I saw that and I decided, you know what, I'm going to go check out this app. And I downloaded it and I was really, taken aback, not just by what you said it does, but I've seen so many other things. You can go on here and get a loan. You can actually buy, health insurance, right? So clearly there's a lot behind this, and I'd love for you to share a little bit more about some of the innovation and uniqueness behind this app.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think you mentioned a lot of the features that are on there. Obviously, you can use it on the app, so you can use it while touching your phone. You can also, one of the new things that we're rolling out is an AI chatbot, which can help with people with low literacy rates, or if they can't see the phone very well, and it allows them to talk. It's in multiple languages. They'll be able to talk to the app, and it will provide feedback, almost like you're having a conversation, right? You can get access to all of the same information, market information, weather information, health insurance, microfinancing, and it'll even recognize local slang. And the interesting thing about that is that even if it doesn't recognize the language, there's a machine learning component where you can train the app so it will start to recognize other, even if it's not in the app already or in the AI chatbot, which is really interesting.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And then, from a development perspective, I hear about this and I love the impact, but I've got to ask, how how we make sure this is sustainable?
Yeah.
How is it replicable, right? And so what have you been thinking about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So earlier I was talking about those 600,000 fishermen and fish processors.
Yeah.
So we've been doing this for 5 years. We've reached 5,000 fishermen and fish processors through that app. So that's a long runway for growth of folks that we can reach. You know, we've been working very closely with the government of Senegal. They're a partner in this program. They're very committed to this project. They've been working with us since day one, and they really believe in it, right? And so they are already committed to it, and they can take it and run with it. So when FHI 360 and Qualcomm are no longer involved, the government of Senegal will continue to work on it. And they've also expressed interest in taking it to other West African countries, right? There's a lot of coastline there. There's a lot of fishermen and fish processors. So I think there is an opportunity here to take it, you know, even further.
No, I think you brought up an interesting point. The government, you know, us working together, there are a lot of people. Love to hear a little bit more about the collaboration. And I got to be honest, I believe this is something we all must do better together.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? And you know, one of the SDG Goal 17, right, is on partnerships. Exactly. I think that's why this program has been so successful. We've got a number of NGOs that we're working with. We're also working really closely with these fishermen and fish processing organizations, over 200 groups in Senegal. And we're getting feedback from them on what they want from the app. It's really a solution that's built with them in mind and in partnership with them so that it's working for them. The government has been very engaged. Obviously, Qualcomm, FHI 360, Tata. I think partnership has really led to this project's success.
No, excellent. Well, I'm really excited about not only what we've done, but what we're poised to do in our partnership. I appreciate our partnership, and I appreciate you taking time today to share with us a little bit more about the work that you're doing. Again, the project is Wireless Solutions for Fisheries in Senegal, and we want you to go out there and vote. There's going to be more information below on the link, so you can click on that. It'll take you right there. We need your vote, and we're going to be looking for you, so we appreciate it.
Make sure you vote.
That's right.